What's going on, Pokemon Masters? PokemonTripHD, we're back today with the MPL, the Major Pokemon League PokeBowl. This is the finals of the MPL Season 1, and we did make it like I said. Well, not like I said, but like I just said, and like the previous matches were. So this is the Pokeball. We're going up against the Pheonix Sunfloras and RizzyPOW. We are the GO STARAVIAS, if you did not know, and as you can see, this is a post-commentated match. It's not live because I didn't like the live comm of the match, and it was just a really long match. It was almost 40 minutes, I believe, so it was a pretty long match. And I just feel like the live comm was not up to par. I didn't really like it as much, so it's gonna be post, no face cam either, just because I'm not really in the mood for face cam. It's kind of late right now, and I don't really want to do face cam, so there's that. And also, don't worry, there's gonna be the MPL Season 1 recap or in review for the GO STARAVIAS probably next Sunday. I'm not sure, sometime this week. So stay tuned for that if you'd like. And we're just going to talk about the GO STARAVIAS season, pretty much, the Season 1. Everything about Season 1, about all our players and all that stuff. It's going to be sometime the next week. It is going to be spoilers and stuff, but after this match, it's going to be no spoilers. So there's that. So if we win this match, we are going to be basically kind of the best team in the MPL, really. That's kind of what the Pokeball is. If you win it, you're the best, pretty much. So that's what it is, and we're going against the Pheonix Sunfloras, who had an 8-8 record in the playoffs. Well, not in the playoffs, in the regular season. They won both their playoffs matches against the who did they play first? They played the Miami Dawn fans first. They beat them. Miami Dawn fans were also 8-8, and they played the Atlanta Braviaris, who were also 8-8, and they beat them. So the only 3 8-8 teams all played in playoffs, and Rizzy beat the other two, and that's how they got it here. And I believe they beat the Miami Dolphins in a 4-1 victory, and they beat the Atlanta Braviaris in a 4-0, I believe, or 3-0, one of those two. So pretty big wins there. And I like that I did say a 4-1 because it ran out timer and all that stuff. And RizzyPOW and the Pheonix Sunfloras have a really bulky, fat team. As you can see, that team that they have right there, it's a really fat team. Their team consists of Chansey, Mega Slowbro, Fortress, Seismitoad, Zapdos, and Blaziken. Just about the only not bulky thing on the team right now. They also have some pretty bulky what did I just say? Some pretty bulky Pokemon, like our Boater in the back. Scrafty could possibly be bulky. It does have some really good defenses, but no really reliable recovery. As these Fortress and Seismitoad, except Rest, of course. The Rest is always an option, but really the three main walls: Chansey, Mega Slowbro, and Zapdos. Those are the three main walls that the Pheonix Sunfloras have, and they're three walls that's really hard to break down, especially if you throw in a Seismitoad and a Fortress in the mix. That just makes it even harder because Fortress is weak to one typing, being Fire. Seismitoad resists that, and Mega Slowbro both resist that. Now, they're both weak to Grass, which Fortress 4 times resists, and Zapdos resists. And that's pretty hard to break through. Chansey's weak to Fighting, which Mega Slowbro and Zapdos both take on pretty darn well. And it's really hard to break down, but if you can see by the team, they have a pretty big weakness to Breloom. Now, I didn't prep at all for the Fortress. I want to say that right now. If I had prepped for the Fortress, this would have went much better. I was thinking about putting HP Fire on Breloom that I just shrugged it off. I said, there's no way the Fortress is even coming. There's not a chance. He's not going to bring the Fortress. There's no way. And he brought the Fortress. That's really disappointing. Had I brought HP Fire, I think Breloom probably would have just swept the entire team, really. I did have okay, I'm going to go over the team, our team really quick. We have Snorlax, Curselax, usual set, enough attack investment to OHKO the Blaziken after +1, after a Curse, enough investment to OHKO it with a return. We have Manaphy, which is Rest, Rain Dance, Toxic, and Knockoff. We have Breloom, which is Jolly, max HP, well, not max speed, max attack and max speed with Rock Tomb, Spore, Mach Punch, and Bullet Seed. We have Skarmory, defensive Skarmory, usual set. Roost, I don't have Defog, I have Stealth Rocks, Roost, Stealth Rocks, Toxic, and Roost, Stealth Rock, Toxic, and Taunt. Then Entei, Bandit Entei, usual Bandit Entei set. Adamant because he's speed. Gardevoir, bulky Gardevoir, Spadef with HP. It has Wish, Heal Bell, Taunt, and a Moonblast. So that's the team that we have. And I'm moving my mic right now, sorry if you hear that. And it's a decent team. It's a decent team. It does pretty well. Most of our members match up really well against the team, but we don't have a defog user. And I don't know why I did not put Defog on Skarmory, and he brought the Fortress, which basically means he's gonna hazard stack, because Fortress, that's what Fortress does. I don't know why I didn't bring Defog. I was thinking, oh, Taunt's gonna be great. Let's bring Taunt. I had Stealth Rocks and just, I don't know. It was a bad decision. I should have brought that. But like I was saying, Breloom pretty much destroys his entire team. Rock Tomb 2 KOs the Zapdos. So if you predict it on the switch in, you can just Rock Tomb twice and it's gone. Mach Punch 2 KOs the Chansey. Bullet Seed with 5 hits does take out the Mega Slowbro. Had I put HP Fire, that would 2 KO the Fortress. Bullet Seed KOs Seismitoad, and Mach Punch 2 KOs the Blaziken. But of course, you're not going to stay in on a Blaziken. You're not going to do that. You're not going to stay in on the Blaziken. So that's the team. That's Breloom for you. Breloom does really well against the team, but we'll see how this goes. And team matchup looks really well. I was thinking about bringing Thundurus T. I decided against it because I really wanted to bring Gardevoir over it. I thought, hey, I might bring Specs Gardevoir, but I decided against it. I think not too long before I got the team, I decided against it. I decided with a bulky Gardevoir set. Specs Gardevoir would have been absolutely amazing had I brought in that, but oh well. So looking at his team, I did not expect the Fortress at all. I did not expect the Seismitoad at all. Everything else I did expect, but those are two things I didn't really prep for. My only real ways to deal with those is Toxic the Seismitoad or get a Bullet Seed off on it. Fortress, I need a Sacred Fire that thing. There's no other way I can take it out. Maybe with Surf or Manaphy, or not with Surf. I don't even have Surf on Manaphy. There's really no way to deal with the Fortress except Sacred Fire on this team, which is kind of disappointing. And let's just get right into the match. Let's start this. Let's get right into the match. So, as he issues the challenge, excuse me, he's gonna lead off with the Blaziken. I lead off with Snorlax because, hey, Snorlax is a pretty good lead most of the time. If he leads anything besides Blaziken, this is gonna be good, but he leads Blaziken and we gotta swap out. I got to the defensive Manaphy. I forgot to say, Manaphy is defensive. He's gonna miss high jump kick, and I wanted to see what form of Blaziken that was. He did tell me after it was Scarfed, so it would not 2 KO us, but still it would be nice to see what Blaziken that was, but I'm not complaining. He missed. I go for the knockoff because, hey, why not? Goes inside, but also this is sped up a little bit because, like I said, it's a really long battle. I'm not gonna say turn for turn everything. I'm gonna say important turns. I did want to Toxic the Seismitoad. Like I said, I really don't have another way to deal with it. I did want to double Toxic, but I assumed, hey, he might just go out into the Fortress. So let me just go for a knockoff. I'll knock off that thing's lefties, but he went out to the Manaphy, which is or not the Manaphy, the Zapdos, which kind of stinks a little bit. Now I didn't want to stand, did not want Manaphy to take a Thunderbolt and or a Volt Switch because he could just Volt Switch back out into the Seismitoad, and that thing basically kind of walls Manaphy at the moment. But he goes for the Thunderbolt. I know Gardevoir can take it. He did set up Stealth Rocks earlier with Seismitoad. Just remember that. He set up Stealth Rocks earlier with Seismitoad. So this Zapdos is going to be an issue. I can already tell. If I can't Toxic this Zapdos, it's going to be an issue. So here comes the Fortress right now. I go for the Wish. I want to pass a Wish, or I just want to get healed up with Gardevoir. I decide, hey, let's just pass this Wish. I don't know what this Fortress is going to do just yet. He's probably going to hazard stack. So I got to Snorlax. I want to try getting up this curse right now because if I get some curses up, I can potentially sweep his team. We are carrying, I forgot to say the items. Dang it. Snorlax is Chople Berry, Breloom is Life Orb, Entei's Banded, Manaphy's Leftovers, Skarmory's Leftovers, and Gardevoir is Leftovers. Those are the items right now. Forgot to say them earlier, but yeah, so I'm going to start setting up a curse. Now, I do think this Zapdos has Roar or Whirlwind. I don't know if it gets Whirlwind, but it's probably going to carry Roar. So I go over the return. We're going to get off a nice over 50%. It does a lot. That's basically going to assume that the Zapdos is not defensive. It's either especially defensive or just I don't know, max HP, max special attack, possibly, maybe. I'm not quite sure, but we're going to trace the pressure. We have roared out into Gardevoir, so he does have the ward. Now, he's probably going to go for a Roost right now, so I decide to go for the Wish. I want to get healed up just in case if he didn't go for the Roost, but as he did go for the Roost. Now, this match, I did not play with my predictions like I probably should have most of the match, but oh well, it happens. So he's going to go for the Roost once again. Basically get up to full with this Zapdos. I'm going to go for the Moonblast, see how much it does. We can see if this thing is specially defensive. Now Moonblast does a lot. That leads me to believe that he's not specially defensive. So we're almost positive he's not specially defensive. He's going to go out to the Fortress. We're going to go for the Moonblast. This should do over 20%, but it does just under, it looks just under 20%. So that leads me to believe this Fortress is specially defensive. It may not be, it may just have some speed F bulk. I'm not quite sure, but it's bulky. We know it's a max HP for sure. I go for the Taunt. I expected him to set up hazards. He didn't set up hazards. Goes out to the Zapdos. Now I'm going to go for the Moonblast. It's going to do a lot. He's taunted, so that means 2 Moonblasts are going to be enough to take him out. We do get a high roll, and we get a special attack drop, so a bit of hacks. Sorry about the hacks, but it's not really going to matter too much. It would still be a 2-hit KO, and he's going to have to swap either way. So he swaps out, into the Walnut. Now I decide, hey, he's probably going to go for a Thunderbolt. I don't want to take another Thunderbolt. Let me go out to Snorlax. But he goes out to the Walnut, and this stinks. This really, really stinks. But I guess we can set up Curses. If we want to set up Hazards, we can set up Curses, and we can potentially win, right? So we're just going to start setting up Curses with our fat little Snorlax, and he goes out to the Mega Slowbro. Now, this Mega Slowbro is a real problem to kill. He can't boost up defenses unless he has Psych Up, which I was kind of anticipating, but if he had Psych Up, that would be a move slot gone. So he'd probably have, I don't know, Psych Up, Slack Off, Calm Mind, and Scald, or Psyshock, and if I find out which one, then I can stay in with Manaphy or Gardevoir, depending on who it is. I don't know, but so we're just going to start cursing up with Snorlax alongside this Mega Slowbro using Calm Mind. Now, this is where I notice, hey, Mega Slowbro's fat and it's ugly and it's so bulky. It's just so bulky. So I go for Return just to gauge how much it does, see if he's defensive or especially defensive, and that does 30%. He is defensive. He is really, really defensive. Actually, probably did 40%. I don't know, like 35%-ish. 35%-ish. I think 30, probably 40. I don't know, somewhere 35 to 40% probably. He's just going to keep slacking off. We can't get a crit because Mega Slowbro has Shell Armor. He's probably just slacking off right now just to be able to take 2 returns and hit us with a Scald and knock us out. I didn't want to go for the rest because 3 Scalds will knock us out, and he's probably just going to set up. So I swap it to Breloom. Probably should have done this a turn or 2 earlier, but oh well. So he's Breloom right now. We can go for a safe Bullet Seed, but like I said, his Fortress pretty much walls Breloom. I wanted to go for Rock Tomb so bad, but I thought, hey, maybe he might stay in for some strange reason, but of course he's going to swap out. No reason not to swap out, so we're going to Bullet Seed. We're only going to get 2 hits, which is kind of unfortunate, but oh well. We can't really do too much about that. So if I had HP Fire, it would be Technician boosted, 4 times effective, all that good stuff, but nope, I don't have it. If we had HP Fire, this match would be so much better, so much better. Also, if we had Defog, like I said earlier, it would be so much better. Now, he goes for the Gyro Ball, which kind of stinks. I really thought he was going to go set up Spikes, but he didn't. He went for the Gyro Ball. That's going to be enough to 2-KO Gardevoir. And this is just going downhill right now. This is going really downhill. I'm going to go for the Wish, just to get a Wish off on somebody after the next turn. And I really don't have a way to deal with this Fortress besides Entei. And that's really, really bad because he has Slowbro to switch into Entei. He has the Seismitoad to switch into Entei. He has switch-ins to Entei, so it's just really bad. And with all the hazards up, I can't be switching an Entei often. I really can't. So I decided to go for the Stone Edge, predicting the Slowbro, but he goes into the Seismitoad. As I go for the Stone Edge, it's pretty much going to do nothing. As Sacred Fire would have been a lot better. It would have been enough to 2-KO after the poison damage, but oh well. Oh, I actually think it would have been able to. I think it would. I think it would be able to 2-KO him after that. If that would have been the case, then that would have been so much better. Now here is where I misplayed. I go to Manaphy. He's gonna Scald. He can obviously have a chance for a burn, but he does not get the burn. Now, what I should do is Rain Dance right now on this exact turn, and then go for the rest the next turn. But I go for the Toxic, predicting a swap, and that was a huge misplay. And I decided, hey, you know what? He's gonna live the next turn of Toxic, right? Probably not, actually. I should go for the knockoff right here to hopefully take him out. But I go for the Rain Dance. That was a terrible play. That was a terrible play because I don't have a Water type move that's gonna be boosted by it at all, which stinks. And he could just go out to the Slowbro and just Scald everybody on our team or set up whatever he wants to do right now, and that's gonna be terrible. Also, he can go to the Zapdos. Zapdos pretty much destroys the rest of our team. I believe all we have left is Manaphy, Entei, Skarmory. I think it's Manaphy, Entei, Skarmory, and is Breloom around? I think Breloom's around. I think Breloom's around, actually. So Breloom, Entei, and Skarmory now that we just let Manaphy go down. So Entei's gonna come out, and I'm gonna have to go for the Stone Edge right now. I have to go for the Stone Edge because I don't want to burn the Slowbro, because if I burn it, it's just gonna be a bad time. I actually go for the E-Speed instead. Actually, sorry, I go for the E-Speed instead. I don't know why. I go for the speed though. And now I go out to the Breloom because, hey, he's going to go for a Slack Off, right? This is really my only chance if he goes for a Slack Off on this turn. But no, he goes for a Scald, and it's going to be enough to take out Breloom because it's in the rain. And that's where the rain comes in handy, and it takes out Breloom. That is really, really unfortunate. I'm going to go out to Skarmory. Really want to Toxic this thing. He does stay in. Luckily, I get the Toxic off. The Skarmory really can't touch the Fortress at all. He's just going to go for his Scald, Rain boosted. It's going to do so much damage. The rain is finally going to stop, though, which is amazing. It is absolutely amazing. And now that this Slowbro is poisoned, we can actually start wearing it down and possibly stall it out if he doesn't get a burn with Scald. But he does swap out into the Kaminari, which is Zapdos. So we're going to roost up just because, like I said, maybe we can stall out the Slowbro. Possibly. I'm not quite sure, and I just decided to swap out with Skarmory. We're going to go out to Snorlax because, hey, I expected him to T-Bolt on this turn. Had he T-Bolted right here, we have a chance to win. We have a slight chance, not really much of a chance, but a slight chance that we can win this because we can come in with Entei and we can Sacred Fire, but nope, or Stone Edge, whatever the case may be, but nope. Goes for the Roost, gonna recover his health back up, and that is pretty much, that's good game. Oh, I forgot we had Snorlax too. I forgot about that, so we had 4 left, but right now all we have left is Entei and Skarmory, and I can't swap Entei out again because after Stealth Rocks and after Spikes, he's gonna go down. I have to go for a Stone Edge right now. If we get double high rolls combined with the poison damage, we should be able to take out the Slowbro. Judging by this first hit, we did get max damage, I believe, or somewhere near max damage. And with the second one, we probably didn't get max damage. And he's going to Scald, and it's going to take down Entei, and that's pretty much the game gone. We have not a chance of winning. I believe it ended in a 3-0. So I know I'm a little bit ahead, but it's going to end in 3-0. We have Skarmory, he has Zapdos, and he has Blaziken left. He also has Fortress, but Zapdos, Blaziken, and Fortress left. Either of the 2 Zapdos or Blaziken can finish off Skarmory right now. Is going to decide to finish it off with Blaziken, going to Flare Blitz, and down goes Skarmory. That is I believe it was a 3-0. I believe it's a 3-0 because what went down? Oh yeah, no, it was a 4-0. It was a 4-0. He had Chansey because Chansey didn't even hit the field. He had Chansey, he had Fortress, he had Zapdos and Blaziken. So it was a 4-0 loss. Really, really unfortunate. I'm really sorry to all Dallas Staravias fans. I'm really, really sorry that I played terribly. I didn't go with my predictions. I didn't go with my gut feeling most of the time, and it just resulted in a loss. So I'm really sorry about that, guys. Next season we'll come back stronger, hopefully, and do our best. Like I said, there will be an MPL Season 1 in review later on, but I just want to say, if you stuck around, I wanted to try making this Pokeball exciting. I didn't want to bring bulk like I have been the last 2 matches. Last 2 matches, if you haven't noticed, I've been bringing pretty much all bulk and toxic and just things like that. I didn't want to do that for the Pokeball. I just didn't think that's what the Pokeball should be. Even if we're going up against a really bulky team like Rizzy has, I just didn't want the Pokeball to be just stall. Easily could have been stall if I had brought all 6 bulky Pokemon, or even 5 bulky Pokemon, but I just didn't want to. And that obviously didn't work out. I'm not saying that as an excuse. It's my own fault for doing that, obviously. It's my own fault for doing that. That's not what I wanted the Pokeball to be. So, Rizzy and the Pheonix Sunfloras have won the Pokeball. They're the MPL Season 1 champions. We're the MPL Season 1 second place, runners-up, whatever you want to call it. That's what we are. I really enjoyed our team. I think we played really, really well throughout the entire season, except a few games here and there where we kind of misplayed a little bit, but oh well. Misplays happen, losses happen, and you just got to learn from those losses, really. I learned a lot from this loss. I learned that you got to have a defogger on your team, first of all, and second of all, prep for every single Pokemon on your opponent's team. Don't count out a Fortress. It has a 4 times weakness. Do not count it out. Don't count it out. Okay, well, we learn for next time. We learn for next time, but that's going to be, hopefully you guys did enjoy. Like I said, MPL Season 1 in review will be coming up sometime in the next week or so. Rizzy's channel will be down in the description below. Go cheer him on. Go tell him good job this season because he did win. So he deserves some congratulations from there. Congratulations, Rizzy, on winning the Pokeball and for being the Season 1 champion. I'm really happy to make the Pokeball. Honestly, I think that's a great accomplishment. Only 2 out of the 16 teams in the league can make Pokeball. I'm really glad. I'm really glad that we can be one of them. So hopefully you guys enjoy this season. I hope you guys can forgive me for that terrible performance. I don't know. I really just didn't do that well. I'm really sorry, guys. Next season will be better hopefully. And that's going to be, like I said, MPL Season 1 in review sometime in the next week where we talk about pretty much everything. I may also stream that. I'm not quite sure. Probably won't stream that just because that would be a little bit distracting. But yeah. Let me know what you guys thought about Season 1 in the comments of this. Also in the comments of the MPL Season 1 in review, like I said. And that's going to be it. Have yourselves a great day. If you enjoy it, leave a like rating down below because your support means so much to me. And if you guys haven't already, be sure to subscribe so you never miss a video. Have yourselves a great day. And until next time, have a nice trip.